Hello, everybody, and welcome to Good Morning Xbox. I'm your host, Axel1324.
And I'm Cool Cat Terry.
And Terry, it has been another week, Christmas week, actually, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you play any of your Christmas games?
No Christmas games. No
Oh,
Christmas games. But I did finish Dragon Age and I went back to playing SnowRunner. Because what better thing to do is get stuck in the snow.
Snow Runner. Is it that what is it, Road Fixer or whatever it's called? What's it called?
Roadcraft is the new one, I think.
Roadcraft.
Roadcraft.
Yeah. Have you bought it yet?
No.
Is it out?
No.
Okay. So you haven't bought it because it's not out. Sounds like
Nope.
an excuse to me.
Yes. So for Christmas, I took a trip to Canada.
And SnowRunner.
In SnowRunner.
That's very cool. Very cool. So let's see. This week I played a ton of Diablo and Demio. I got into Demio a lot on my VR. But my VR kept running out of batteries before I could finish a game. So I saw that that Steam had it, so I bought it on Steam, and it is cross-playable with VR people. It's really cool. So me and my friends stayed up to one 1:30 in the morning yesterday, playing Demio because we had to win. And we got super lucky. I ended up getting a potion of invulnerability that lasted for 3 turns. And holy cow, good thing I did because I give it to him because he did more damage than me. He was basically the glass cannon. And it's a good thing I give it to him because that last boss was insane on one of the levels we were doing. So I finally finished one level. One.
Wow.
And it takes hours, and I love it. I don't know. It's like tabletop Dungeons and Dragons. It's really great, but it's card based too. So there's some RNG in there. Guys, let us know what you ended up getting for Christmas. For Christmas, I ended up getting my PlayStation controller. I know there's an Xbox show, but as you can see, I have it all. I ended up getting the PlayStation 30 anniversary controller. Super stoked about that one. I ended up getting a new Core Elite 2. Ching-ching. In beautiful red. And I'll only show the Xbox game I got. I ended up scoring from Softs, Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. Yes! I played Armored Core 5, so it's so funny. I played Armored Core 5 and I finished it and I was like, okay, I'm happy, whatever, right? And then I saw and I don't know why, I saw that one of my friends who I consider to be a more casual gamer than me, he had like double the achievement points I had. I'm like, how did he get more achievements than me? He didn't even finish the game because he didn't unlock the finished game achievement, right? And then he unlocked it and I'm like, oh, hell no, this can't pass. So I replayed it to get more achievement points than him. And I liked it, and now I'm getting this one, Fires of Rubicon, and I'm just like, yes. And it's made by FromSoft, who is one of my favorite developers, and I'm just super, super stoked for it.
But you'll still remember that it took you 2 playthroughs to achieve what he did in 1.
It did. I couldn't believe it. Like,
he must have really been into it, where he was being very thorough.
he was like going through every level, like finally beat him. I ended up, you know what? Let me look it up. This is way back in the day. So let me go to trueachievements.com. Look up my game, Armored Core 5. Was it 5 or 4?
I don't know. You said 5.
I think it might be 5. It's either 5 or 4. One of the two. Let's see. More filters. Games I've played. All right, let's click Armored Core 4. See what happens. All right, so yeah, on Armored Core 4, I have 780 achievements, right? It might be Armored Core 4. Let me see. Did I play Armored Core 5 or did I skip it? And I haven't played Armored Core 5. Okay, sorry. Armored Core 4 is what I meant to say on the 360. So yeah, I cannot wait. For it. I'm super excited. So yeah. Let's see. Let's check in with the chat. We got my buddy Doggy Dog 420. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Big B Money joins us. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Oh no. Doggy Dog ended up getting Space Marine 2. He said Space Marine 2 is awesome. Yes.
My husband loves that game. So.
Oh no, but he's saying FromSoft is trash. You're okay. There's those who can FromSoft, and there's those who can't.
I'm not a fan of FromSoft, so I'm right there. I'm right there.
Oh my gosh!
I wouldn't call them trash, though. I wouldn't say they're trash. They're just not for me.
FromSoft, the 2-time back-to-back Game of the Year winner. Let me take it. Is it back-to-back? Did they went back-to-back or?
I don't think they went back-to-back.
No. It wasn't back-to-back, but still. Well, not back-to-back years, but they did do back-to-back games because Sekiro won, and then their next game, Elden Ring, won. So yeah. Sorry guys, gotta drink the coffee. I'm waking up. So yeah, and besides, our logo has coffee, so that you can tell we're gonna drink some coffee. All right, let's get into the announcements real quick. Just some announcements. Let me see. Did I have announcements? I think I done messed them up. I did mess them up. I apologize, chat. I messed up my announcements.
What kind of show you running?
What kind of show am I running? What kind of amateur crap is this? At least I think. Did I get this wrong? Okay, I got it. All right, let's go, Terry. Let's go. I know I messed it up. What it is I forgot to turn on my screen share. Here we go. So, guys and girls, be sure to check your Xbox messages because some gamers are getting free money. So this was published on the 27th, which was 2 days ago. Xbox gamers urged to check their messages for surprise freebie. Christmas may be officially over, but it seems as though Microsoft is showing no signs of stopping the celebrations with some free gift cards appearing for some Xbox users. I don't know about you, but I will never say no to a free store credit for my chosen platform. Of course not. If you agree, you're in luck, as Microsoft is back in again with a giveaway which will see select Xbox users win gift cards as part of its Xbox Countdown Sale 2024. So if you bought games on the Xbox Countdown Sale, you are eligible.
I did not.
Running from now until the end of January, some Xbox users could see themselves back $5 gift voucher in the in-game store. You know what? Let me make sure. Published 2024. Okay, yeah. Okay, so however, not only does the event seem to be selecting U.S. residents only, but there also seems to be no rhyme or reason as to who will randomly be picked. So there you go. And what does it look like? Well, someone was nice enough to show what it looked like. He said, the countdown sale is back with great savings. Here's a $5 gift card that you can use to buy games, add-ons, movies, and apps. Redeemed by 1/31/2025. So these expire fast. And spend within 30 days of redemption. So they are encouraging you to not only get that. So
I hope
be sure to check
before he posted that.
What's that?
But I hope he redeemed his code before he posted that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he did.
Someone would have yanked his $5.
All right, let me check my messages. Let me load the app here. Let me check my messages. That's right, live on the air. I do this.
I just checked mine on Game Bar. I had nothing.
I got nothing, man. No luck here. Guys, if you got that $5 free gift money from Xbox, let us know. Let us know. Doggy Dog says, it ain't random. They never pick me. Nothing random about that. Shout out to Happy Cloud Gamer. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate it. And let's see. Doggy Dog says, dude, I never get one of these. Guess I spent too much money to get a nice giveaway. It's so funny you say that because like 2 years ago, last time they were doing like I think it was $15. Not 5, but 15. Was it 15 or 5? Whatever it was. Last time they did it, I ended up getting some. So I ended up getting picked for one. It was great, Doggy. It was great. It feels great to be loved. You know what I mean, bro? You know what I mean? It feels good to be loved, right? I'm trolling him, of course, now. So yeah, we are gonna get some great stuff here. So Terry, yeah, if you got $5, but you had to spend it right away within 30 days of redemption, would you redeem it and spend it? What would you spend it on the countdown sale?
On the countdown sale?
Well, no, it doesn't matter on the countdown sale. What would you spend it on?
Does it have to be on the countdown sale?
No, what would you spend it on?
I would probably put the $5 towards the next like season pack for SnowRunner, probably. They just released some more maps, and I would probably do that.
I mean, it is eligible right there for DLC, right? It says so right there. Movies, games, add-ons. So there you go. You would be part of the add-on crew. So yeah, guys, be sure to check that out. We love to see you guys have some stuff. All right, so that's one announcement.
It says apps. So like, could someone use that for like, I don't know, Crunchyroll or something?
I don't know. I don't know what a paid app would. The last app I paid for on Xbox was when they got the Dolby Atmos system on the Xbox. When Xbox One got the Dolby Atmos system, I paid for, I think it was $15 for the app, and you unlocked it for life. So I paid for that to unlock Dolby Atmos, and now basically Dolby Atmos is everywhere. So,
because I would say if you could do it on an app for like a subscription, I would put it towards. I'd probably do it against the Ubisoft Plus or something. I could do that too.
Towards a subscription service.
Yeah, to get like, it wouldn't be quite half, but close to close to half of the subscription would be paid.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. So let's see. Sir X-Man, shout out to Sir X-Man. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He said it would pay enough for Vampire Survivor expansions. Heck yeah, that's right. It would. I know that that Castlevania expansion got really high reviews on Vampire Survivor. So yeah, I've been looking at it, by the way. So yeah, good point there, Sir X-Man. Good point. That's right. All right, so let's see. Next announcement.
Did anybody in the chat, real quick, check your messages to see if you got a free $5 gift card from Xbox for Christmas? Did anybody get one?
Yeah, sure.
So far, none of us have gotten one. So if you were lucky, let us know.
Let us know, yeah. And shout out to Chair Walker. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. He says, I did the same for Dolby Atmos. Right? Yeah, I was really into it. Like I went out and bought a new surround sound set and everything for it. Yeah. Happy Cloud Gamer says, shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, I just made a video why you shouldn't buy everything that's on sale. The reason is that most people buy games without thinking that they will probably never play or have time to play them. I mean, that's just gaming as a whole, man.
A lot of people do
backlog.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah, the backlog now has a backlog.
That's why I stopped participating in Steam sales.
My God. I used to buy Humble Bundles all the time.
Yeah, I used to do Humble Bundle as well. I still have like a 4-page document of codes for Steam games that I got in Humble Bundle that I never redeemed. So if anybody wants any random codes, let me know. I think I still have them somewhere.
Not me, man. I if I pay for the Humble Bundle, it's so funny. Like a lot of times, a Humble Bundle used to be so good, such a good deal that like you got like 15 games for $5.
Well, and
sometimes some of those games were like $60 games, and you're like, $5 for a $60 game, and I get 5 more games with it. Why not? Right? And now it's like they broke down the Humble Bundles into like tiers. And sometimes the game I want is on the highest tier, but I get like 10 games I don't care for, and then it's like it's cheaper to just buy the game I want.
So like for me, I was a full-time streamer for several years, so I would just buy the Humble Bundles and give the games away.
There you go.
It was like rewards for people who were loyal to my channel. Like, hey, you get a free game, and you get a free game.
You get a free Humble Bundle game. Yeah, no, Humble Bundle was great. I always wish Humble Bundle worked on the Xbox store because, man, I would buy crap loads of Humble Bundles on the Xbox. I think they did once, and I bought it.
I did it. I don't remember if I did for Xbox, but I know Humble Bundle did have. Maybe it was Xbox or PlayStation.
I know they did PlayStation for a while. Yeah.
They had a pack. They had a bunch of. It might have been PlayStation, but I remember it had like K the Tiger or whatever it was, and like a whole bunch of
indies.
Like THQ kind of stuff, like THQ games. It had like that alien one, Dial Humans or whatever it was. It had that mixed in, so I think it was all THQ games.
Yeah,
but it was pretty. It was a good little pack.
It was fun. Let's see. Let's move it along here. Cougar Man 69. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. He says, "Good morning, Cool Cat Terry and Doggy." Hey, Doggy, you got a special hello. Let's see.
Cougar's asking me some questions. If you go throw them up.
Hold on, I'm scrolling. I scrolled through the chat, guys. Sussman said, "That's actually a trap. You have to buy something, and then you get $5 every time I buy a game, and that's when I get the $5. Hey, man, $5 off, I'll take it."
That's called a rebate. That's a good deal.
Mail-in rebate, code-in rebate, yeah.
Bro, Valvoline hooked me up. I was supposed to get like a $5 rebate for buying some oil, and they gave me $30. So,
there you go.
All right.
Cool Cat Terry, did you get any good deals for games on Christmas?
I unfortunately didn't get to buy any games for Christmas. I am a sad gamer. No, I got no gaming stuff for Christmas.
She's a ball humbug.
I got nothing.
I bought so many games for Christmas, it's not even funny. Let's see. And Cool Cat Terry, would you ever go back to being a full-time streamer?
Oh man, I would love to go back to being a full-time streamer. I needed money. So I ended up having to take I ended up picking up a
full-time
job. A full-time job that I was hoping to still do the streaming on the side, but after doing the full-time job, I'm like, I just don't have it in me to want to sit there and entertain people. I just want to go home and relax and go to bed. So I'm like, I'm over it. But yeah, I mean, if I could go back to it, I would. It was good times.
There you go. All right. This Christmas, I looked hard for a love seat, but with the cup holders in the middle, so I could replace my old man setup over here. It's so funny. No one even sits on this thing because it's so uncomfortable. But I have it there just because it's an old man setup. I love it. It's great. I don't know why. I'm just like, I'm enjoying the old man setup. All right. Let's see. So moving the show along, Terry, Xbox may say no red lines, but some developers are. So the Stalker 2 dev reveals no current plans for a PS5 port. They're fully focused on supporting PC and Xbox X and S versions. So this came from an interview. An interview with Tech for Gamers, where this is coming from. So I always love going to the source, right? We asked Levgen Grigorovich, the game director at CSC Game World, given the positive previews of Stalker 2, many fans of the platforms other than Xbox and PC are interested in the game. Do you have plans to port it to other consoles? He said that the development is only focused on the PC and Xbox ports. So there you go. And they put in a nice, beautiful quote here. Following this, they asked if there's a lot of talk about the game's 3-month time exclusivity with Xbox. There is a 3-month time exclusivity. Can you comment on that? If that's true, would you be willing to enhance Stalker 2 for the PS5 Pro? However, he refused to comment on the former and reiterated the previous response. So maybe during that 3-month period, he's not allowed to talk about it, right? And he said, "We do not comment on leaks or rumors, speculations. Again, the PC and Xbox Series X version, the Stalker 2, are the only ones we have developed and are supporting." So there you go. He is not working on a PS5 port, which many fans might be disappointed to hear, just buy an Xbox. However, it isn't unlikely for it to change its mind in the future. Maxim Kripa, the owner of CC Game World, recently said that they could exceed 1 billion with Stalker 2. There you go. So they want to exceed 1 billion, but they're saying in order to cross this barrier, they might need to port it to PS5. But I don't know. Stalker 2 is doing pretty good on PC and Xbox. Plus, don't forget, Stalker was originally a PC only title. So they've already expanded beyond that into Xbox. Because if you remember, Stalker 1 and all its DLC was exclusive to the PC for a long time. Most Stalker fans were, before this, were PC fans. So they've already expanded to another market, which is the Xbox market. So, and they're on Game Pass. So, guys, be sure to check out Stalker 2 as it is exclusive for 3 months at least to the Xbox Series consoles. But Terry, I know you love exclusives, and don't forget that the devs of Stalker 2 are. Oh my gosh, I love whoever photoshopped this PS5 on it. What was I saying? I'm sorry. I know that Terry loves exclusives, and Stalker 2 is a more methodical shooter, not like Call of Duty. Is it on your backlog? Because I don't think you've had time to play it.
This game wasn't even on my radar.
Oh.
I never played the first one, and I didn't have any interest in this one. So this is a game that I just haven't paid attention to. I know a lot of people were excited for it, but it's not my kind of game, so it's not even on my radar. No intention to ever play.
All right. But what do you think about the exclusivity window here? I mean, remember, they developed this game in a war zone, essentially.
They did. It's impressive that they were able to do this because this is a Ukrainian developer. So mad props to their dedication to do that. Because I'm like, why would you want to even do that in the situation that you're having? Like, be with your family and stay safe. Like,
what family? They've left the country.
Leave with their family then. You know, like who's like, I'm not leaving the country, family. I'm staying here to develop a video game. Like, who says that? So mad props.
That's not how it went.
So
women, elderly, and children were allowed to leave. Men of fighting age were basically forced into the military service.
So if they're in military service, they wouldn't have time to develop a game.
You'd be surprised.
They wouldn't have time to develop a game.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Not during wartime. They'd be constantly doing.
You know what?
Training.
These funds are funding the war effort. Okay.
Look, I don't think they would have been enlisted in the military during a wartime and have time. I really disagree.
When I was in the military, you do something to keep your mind off it sometimes, and you do have some downtime. And during that downtime, you literally have nowhere to go, nothing to see. It's not like you're going to go shopping or whatever, right? You're just sitting there waiting for the next mission. And so a lot of us would just get on our computers and start learning. Like, you'd be surprised how many soldiers educated themselves when they were in Iraq, unable to do anything else. So maybe that's how they developed it. Maybe they logged into their service or whatever.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But whatever.
I don't know. I really want to see like a documentary of how they did this in a war zone.
Yeah. Like, I don't think they were enlisted, but maybe they were. But I don't know. But regardless, it is impressive that they were able to get this game completed during those tough times. And it's I'm happy to see that they expand to Xbox, but I don't care about exclusivity. I never have. So
right. Well, I'm just if they say they're not working on another version, I don't blame them because of the conditions that this game was developed under. I mean, this game was delayed for like 2 years after it was announced because the war broke out. So yeah, shout out to them for getting this game, and definitely check it out. It's a unique development game. Yeah. Let's see. Sorry. Hold on to me. Cougarman says, "Love the shirt, Axel. Where did you get it?" So this shirt, I don't know if I got it at GameStop or if I ordered it from the Xbox shop. Those are the only two places I get my Xbox shirts from. Either GameStop or Xbox, the Xbox gear shop. Yeah. Cougarman, is Stalker an FPS? I'm not familiar with the game. It is an FPS, and it is not a graphic. It's not a Call of Duty. It's very methodical, slower. So yeah. Shout out to Graphic God. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. And again, guys, Graphic God did all of the art you see here, at least my art that you see here, including the background, some of the intro animations, and even this awesome gamer pick right here. Be sure to check out your gamer picks at xboxgamerpicks.com. Hit him up. He'll help you out. Let's see. All right. Sappho says, shout out to Sappho. First off, thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says, there was a 3-month exclusivity window before the war started. after the war started, the studio said there was no plans for PS versions. And again, I don't blame them. I don't blame them if they said, okay, we're done developing. We're not going to support the game anymore for the time being or something, right? So yeah, Crazy Greek Dude says, shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP. He says, good morning. Let's not talk about those Broncos. Let's not. That hurt deep. Oh, and Sappho says that they were hacked by Russia as well. Oh man, dang. See, there you go. Let's see. Shout out to Purple Haze. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. She says, let's go. By the way, be sure to check out her podcast. Is it like a taste of purple? Oh gosh, why do I always forget the name of your podcast? I'm subscribed and I see it come up, but it's on her channel. It's something of purple. I'll have to check it out. I'm sorry about that, Purple Haze, but be sure to check her out. Let's see. So yeah, there we go. Stalker 2 exclusive, even though Xbox may not believe in it. Stalker believes in exclusive. There we go. Shades of Purple. There we go. Shades of Purple is the name of the podcast. Be sure to check it out. She's fun. All right. Next announcement we have. So this is more like maybe a teaser announcement. But Rare, the makers of the incredible Sea of Thieves, that's right, I said it, incredible, Terry. I don't care what you say. They announced on December 25th. So this was on December 25th on Christmas. Then they said, "Happy holidays, whoever's seen this. Hope you're closing out the year in style and as it's the day of fine gifts and finer food, here's our offering: a delicious photo for you to enjoy. Right, we're off to eat a Pentagotitans hypothesized weight in sweets.
I think it's Patagonians, like for Patagonia. I think it's that's what I think it is.
Maybe that's what this animal is down here.
I don't know.
But this is the teaser photo they put on there. And if you recognize this, it is from Everwild. Terry?
Okay. It's got some beautiful coloring.
Yeah, so Everwild. So Rare is out here teasing Everwild.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool. The last time we saw Everwild was on XO 2019. XO 2019 was the last time we saw Everwild, Terry, from Rare. So, I mean, you can see the, oh, Jesus, what do they call it? I'm going to guess that deer is the Patagotitan. Patagodocian? I don't know what it is. So, what do you think about this tease, Terry? Do you think that we're going to get an announcement, an update on Everwild? Now, Everwild has been in the news for being, like, the rumors are that nobody even knew what the game was about when Xbox announced this. They didn't even have the gameplay loop down. They just had a bunch of art made. And then, like, a bunch of people who were in charge of Everwild quit. And I guess someone new is in charge now, and Everwild is back on track.
Okay.
And these announcements were years apart. And so nobody really knows what Everwild is about. They were saying, like, oh, it's about healing nature and helping nature heal and all this stuff, right? So it's supposed to be like a nature game, like where and it's supposed to be a multiplayer game as well, like a co-op multiplayer game.
Okay.
Where you help heal nature.
Okay.
So, one, I love the art style. I don't
it looks beautiful.
This art style is gorgeous.
I love bright colors. So many of the games we play nowadays are just dark and depressing. So games with bright colors win me over.
Yeah. So this was the last announcement was XO. The last official announcement was XO 19, I believe. I think they did do an interview, but not a trailer interview. Now this was back on XO 19. 19, Terry. We haven't had an XO since. And now they're releasing this great image here. So Rare could be teasing something. You know. I know my buddy Doggy loves games with no combat, which I think was the point of this game, no combat. Because, Doggy, you won't die if there's no combat, so you don't have to throw your controller, buddy. Just saying, bro. But yeah, without knowing anything about Everwild, though, everything is rumor and speculation, by the way. I don't know if the game has no combat. This is all just rumor and speculation. No official word from Xbox and Everwild over what the gameplay is of Everwild, but it's supposed to be about healing nature. And that was all said on XO19. What do you think, Terry? Are you excited for this announcement? I mean, because I think it looks cool.
I mean, I think it looks really, really cool. So yeah, it really comes down to how the game plays on whether or not it's my kind of genre.
Mhm.
That's going to be the determining factor. So I would need to know more about it. But otherwise, just looking at it, I think it's beautiful and it definitely has my attention.
Mhm.
And the fact that you said it's going to have co-op definitely holds my attention.
Yeah, I think that if you can see here, so it looks like these players or these characters seem to have animal companions. So that's kind of cool, right? That you get to keep it. Maybe you get to make animal companions. So yeah. So there you go. Let's see, guys. Let us know if you're excited for this Everwild, and I think it's kind of cool that they teased it. They teased it. Rare teased it. Freaking doggy, I love him. Doggy dog says, "Whatever, Axel, you punk. I actually felt bad for you when these guys were talking trash about your crap Broncos. Not anymore. How those Steelers do this Sunday? Let me know." So, so yeah, the Everwild is a little teaser, so nothing really to announce other than that to say that hey, they teased it. So there you go. Rare teases Everwild. I feel like I'm missing something here. All right, let's see. Stalker, Everwild. And okay, yeah, Everwild was the last quick announcement that we're doing. So hopefully you guys have all filtered in. Because I really don't have news on this. It's just quick announcements. Yeah. So yeah. We'll see. Oh, let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer says, "I want more local co-op games. I think online co-op sucks. You never know the people you play with." I mean, yeah, if you play with randos, I could see that, but I play with my friends online, so I don't mind the online co-op. I don't play co-op with randos, though. You're right. Let's see. Sappho says, "The Miniature Everwild to pieces when it got rebooted, but it's looking good." Yeah, they did tear to pieces. Yeah. So yeah, they did tear Everwild to pieces. All right, so let's talk Xbox 2026, maybe 2028, Terry. So this leaked all over the internet, right? So we're gonna go to Windows Central, and they said that Xbox new Sebile controller breaks cover in this new patent, and we now know what the weird grippy trousers are for. So let's talk about the trousers, right? So a bunch of background information if you could leak it, right? So if you remember, we saw this controller with the during the FTC trials, right? This was part of that leaked footage, FTC, where this Xbox controller had trousers. It looked like it had pants. And so everybody was kind of wondering, why does the controller have pants? And I remember talking to everybody about this one, right? I asked Terry if she liked her controllers with pants or without pants.
Pantless.
You like pantless controllers?
Yes, pantless.
You like your controllers in the nude. You heard it here first.
You gotta see it all.
So yeah, there you go. So the Sebile. So what exactly do this, right? So while Elmwood and Brooklyn seem to have been cut, so I got a good authority that Sebile still exists and is planned to launch alongside the next generation of Xbox console hardware. So Sebile, the trouser controller, still exists, baby. Graphic god. Those are long johns to keep the controller warm. Let's see. A patent filed this month is unmistakably Sebile, owning to the configuration of the plastic soundset, also first spotted by Tech for Gamers, right? So again, Tech for Gamers is doing all this, right? So shout out to Tech for Gamers. If you don't go to techforgamers.com, you're missing out. What always seemed a little odd about was the grips, which took a little bit of the controllers wearing trousers. And the patent below, it seems that it's by design for a couple of reasons. Microsoft wants to retain the ergonomic feel of the existing range of Xbox controllers, as they should. It's the most ergonomic controller in the world, right, Terry? But it seems that the grips also house new haptic motors that can direct high-definition impulses. The patent describes how new motors are spread throughout the device and should actuate consistently irresponsive of how the player moves the housing of the controller. I don't know how you move the housing, but okay, maybe how you hold it. And shout out to Dreadpool. Thank you so much for being here, Dread. Welcome to the show. Let's see. The patent describes how the pulses and vibrations.
I can't hear.
Oh no. Put your headphones on, buddy. There you go. Can you hear me now, Dread? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, there you go.
That might be helpful.
It could help, yeah.
Yeah.
It describes how the pulses and vibrations can be turned to mimic a variety of sounds and motions and can even move independently of the controller's housing. Crucially, it also suggests that the haptic motors will be able to mimic previously styled vibrations for backwards compatibility purposes, eliminating the need for developers to intervene to make their games work on the new controller. So, here's the housing of the controller. They take it apart, and here's all the little motors they have. So 1, 2, 3, 4 haptics, right? Another interesting aspect of this bill is the fact that it will borrow a feature from Stadia, and that will connect directly to cloud games over Wi-Fi. Players will be able to directly point to the controller at different devices via an active devices list of sorts. Similar how you can point Spotify to different devices you've connected your account to. I don't know how you can do that. Will the controller have a screen for that? By bypassing Bluetooth, it should help eliminate a few additional milliseconds of latency when playing games in the cloud. So there you go, happy cloud gamer. They're making a cloud Xbox controller.
You want to know how they're doing it?
How?
What they're doing is Stadia did is you'd go on and then you would tell it that you wanted to or it would ask you to connect the controller, and it would tell you to hit certain button combination. So once you turned it on and you hit that certain button combination, then it would trigger that this is who you are, and then get you to connect. So it forces you to do that.
I mean, with 4 buttons, there are what 9,999 combinations
And triggers.
Yeah.
And directional. Yeah. So
when you start adding directional, that's just that's so much more. So you're looking now at over 1 million different combinations. Yeah.
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 And again, it's only asking one person to hit that combination right now.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. So it's going to be a cloud gaming, which might not seem like much, but it makes an uncanny amount of difference. It was a big contributor as to why Stadia often felt faster than competing solutions. Let's see. So let's stop there for a minute with the article. So first off, new haptics. So the trouser controller, the Sebile, as it's so let's name this controller Sebile, is going to have super haptics and be connected Wi-Fi direct. So far is where we're at. Let's start a poll here. Terry, are you excited for the Sebile controller next generation?
I don't know. I don't get excited for controllers. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of in the, I don't really need all that. I'm kind of in the, when I play games, I don't like high vibration or anything like that. And if the game has the option to customize the rumble feature, I usually turn it down low, or I should turn it off completely. So I don't need anything like that. I don't need any kind of audio stuff, because I just wear some cheap little earbuds on my PC and I'm happy. So I don't need any of that stuff. I don't use it. Like on my PlayStation 4, I turned the LED lights and stuff and the speaker off on the controller because I found it to be distracting and annoying. So
okay.
So yeah, I am very, very. I like to keep it simple. I don't need all the flashy gizmos and gadgets. So I don't really see a need for this for me. I mean, the only thing that I would care about is, if it has better response to like your, for like your button presses and stuff.
Yeah.
That would be about it. If I'm racing, playing a racing game, how long does it take for that feedback to tell the car to turn? That's the only thing I care about. I don't care about any of the other stuff. I don't care about that. So it's not really something that I would invest in because it's a lot of stuff that I wouldn't use.
All right. So this is not next gen to Terry.
Nah.
Next gen. All right. Jed, do you think this is enough for a next gen controller for Xbox? So far, what we know, right? There could be more hidden features, but so far.
Well, I mean, it's hard to improve on perfection. So I don't know if I would call this next gen.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the next iteration. So maybe I guess it would be next gen because if it's the next iteration.
Well, they're saying it launches with according to the report, it's supposed to launch the next gen console hardware.
Right. It would make sense to have all that.
If it doesn't have Hall thumbsticks, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, it needs to have Hall effect sensors. And the other thing is the shoulder buttons need to get better.
The current buttons, yes. The triggers are perfect. The buttons are...
Yeah, the shoulder buttons.
They fall apart.
Mine haven't done that yet. My joysticks have been bashed up more because of Tiny Giant being younger, but even they get stuck. You know what I mean?
Have you told Tiny Giant the Bruce Lee quote to stop abusing your controllers and tell her controllers don't hit back, but I do. I'm just messing. Yeah.
Well, I even bought her a controller that she doesn't use anymore. She's dropped them so many times, and it's like, nah, you're playing on the Xbox One. You're going to use the Xbox One controller on that. You're not using the Xbox Series controller unless it's going to the Series. We've got both the Series and the One together on the TV, so we're trying to kill that One X. That it's the Scorpio edition.
Mm-hmm.
Working on killing it so that way it's.
So you could put it in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I have some broken controllers that are limited edition, and I don't get rid of them because they're limited edition. Maybe one day I'll learn to fix them.
Well, she tore apart my one limited edition, which was the Sea of Thieves.
Oh my God!
Oh,
that is the most expensive limited edition controller there is. Dread.
Yeah, tell me about it. She wasn't allowed to play with it, and guess who let her play with it? Death.
Hopefully, she
the rubber on one of the thumbsticks
is rubbed off.
Chewed it off.
Chewed off?
Chewed it off, broke it off, whatever she did. She tore it off.
She bite it? I mean, was she like you know?
Yeah, something like that, because it looked like there was teeth marks. Either that or she just kept on digging her nails in it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
yeah, if there's one thing I hated is when the covers on the thumbsticks come off. I hate that for some reason. I can't deal with it. To me, that's worse than drift. That's worse than not working buttons.
There's no grip.
Yeah, it's weird. I hate it. Okay, so what about the pants? Are you in for the? Do you like your controllers with or without pants?
I think they need suspenders.
Suspenders? You think it needs suspenders up to the triggers?
They look like the low-rise jeans. You know what I mean? Where they're like right down.
Feel too naked for you.
Yeah, well, it depends on who's wearing it.
It's Xbox, man. It's an Xbox controller.
Yeah. So I don't think it doesn't bother me until I have it in my hands. Then I can tell you better if it's a distractor or not.
All right, so
it just doesn't look like there'd be enough grip.
So let me go over this, right? So here's my next gen wish list for controllers, right? So while the haptics is great, and I do want the direct to cloud because let me tell you, playing first person shooters, you feel it. Like even playing Halo or Gears of War, you feel that latency. Trust me, you will feel it. You will miss because of it. So here's my Xbox One controller. It's naked. It has a textured grip, so
as it should be. It should be naked
for our pleasure, kind of thing. Right here, right?
Perfect.
And so it's fine, but the thing I hate doing with my controllers is I hate pushing these sticks down. I feel that every time I push these sticks, more my controller breaks and the drift starts going in and all this stuff. And I'm like, I hate that. So I love my Elite controllers because look at this, they have pants on, and I love that rubberized grip. I love that it goes all the way up. I love that grip. But what I love about it is these back buttons. Right, you can't see it here, but they're here.
Those aren't pants. Those are leggings.
All right, well these leggings,
That's
I
all
love
they
these
say.
leggings. Okay,
Those are leggings.
these oh, what do you call those? Stockings,
There you go.
stockings, right? And I love the fact that it has the buttons in the back, so that way I can assign the buttons to be left thumbstick, right thumbstick, so I don't have to actually push them. I actually use the buttons on the back, and I love that. And I feel that I'm a better gamer because of it. So
It's mental.
all that, it's not mental.
It's mental.
You know what? When you beat Elden Ring, you let me know. So the fact that the controller still doesn't have that back button. If you look at this pattern, there's no back button to it. Is annoying me. It needs to have that back button. So yeah.
Well, you wouldn't know. That's all disassembled.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just a patent. Maybe they're citing new patents, right?
Because what is?
So this is all just assigning new patents, nothing to do with what the actual controller might be, because obviously they're not going to put everything the controller is here. They're just talking about patents, like, hey, we're patenting this motion, right? So let's keep reading here. We're hearing that this controller, however, won't launch before the next range of Xbox hardware does. Microsoft is expected to be working on an Xbox handheld as well as a more traditional console to replace Xbox Series X. We also have tentative confirmation that Microsoft is planning to let OEMs build Xbox console tools, which I think is stupid, but we'll see. I mean, just look what happened to Atari. Just saying. Good old American companies like Atari and Xbox just letting the other companies ruin it. Let's see.
It was more like 3DO and Panasonic and all that.
Atari was made by, or Magnavox was made by toy makers and all this stuff. Yeah. We're still missing an Xbox Series 3 equation too. Yeah, exactly. So there you go. Xbox Sebile coming your way. Hot new controller with a hot new console, hopefully made by your favorite, made by Hawaii. Get your Xbox made by Huawei today, guys, with lots of ads. So yeah, but people have dug into this patent even more, and they found more Xbox patents, right? So they also found an Xbox patent for, it looks like a Switch-like controller. So you can see the controller here, right? Going here, and if we share it here, it looks very much like a Switch controller. So this reminds me a lot of a Razer gaming tablet back in the day, as it seemed to have had very similar style of grips. So Xbox is patenting a lot of stuff right now, including Joy-Con style controllers. Let me see
how thin that screen is, though.
What's that?
You see how thin that screen is?
I do see how thin this screen is.
So would it be more like the Portal
than
the Switch?
No, but nobody cares about that. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. It almost looks like Razer style controllers to me.
Yeah,
right?
Controllers, yes.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens. Oh yeah. It's called. Anybody remember the old Razer Edge?
Yes.
That's what it look. That's what these controllers remind me of. Let me pull up the Razer Edge gaming tablet. Let me pull it up. See who remembers this. I want the big one. Here we go. I don't want to click on that video as it goes against everything I believe in, but just for the speed of the chat, let's let's just go through it. So this is a preview brought to you by IGN at CES, and I'm just going to pause it. But look at these controllers, right? Like this is the first generation of Edge controllers. So you remember, you put the tablet in, you locked it in, and you would start playing your things back on Windows 8, I believe. So there's the tablet, and for all I know, maybe Microsoft is working very hand in hand with Razer on this, and you had these grips, and that's where they were. So I don't know, these this patented Joy-Cons kind of remind me of how fat and round those were, but again, the patent doesn't necessarily reflect the end product. It's just a drawing to reflect the patent. So, Terry, are you going to buy yourself Microsoft Edge controllers that might look as ugly as this?
I don't know. I see that D-pad. Can you go back to where it's zoomed in on that D-pad?
What D-pad?
The little directional D-pad on the no, not there, on the actual device.
On the
where you said it was ugly, like right there at that little like clip.
Right here.
Not on the sketch. It was not on the sketch. It was on the actual.
Here.
Yeah, the D-pad though. Like.
There you go.
Keep going right there.
I hate that D-pad.
Yeah. So like, you see how like they're all different heights.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't know. I feel like that's going to be a different.
Well, that's not the actual thing. That's a Razer Edge gaming tablet.
But you're looking at
decade old.
If that's what they're designing it off of, wouldn't that have a different, like, the amount of distance of travel between the different buttons? Wouldn't that kind of be? Wouldn't that throw off your gaming?
I think it would.
Because one has to go down further than another one does.
Right.
So the amount of press for it to respond, I feel like there would be some latency between the different button presses.
No, I think that's just the contour because of the curvature.
So the bottom one is just as
Here's
big.
the current Razer tablet.
Yeah, it's just where the plane would be underneath because of the curvature. They have to make the other buttons smaller, even though the bottom plate is the same.
See, I don't like that directional. That's on that one. I don't like that.
Feels like it's. Otherwise, your thumb would have to go further.
Yeah,
that's why they raised it up so your thumb could just stay there.
Yeah, it looked off to me, but like if that design right there for that D-pad, it has more of that rolling D-pad. I don't like that either.
The current controllers do a similar thing, because the B button sticks up a little bit more than the X button.
No, because it's round. Like on here, it's round. It's not a sectioned off.
Yeah.
Right, but it's flatter and curved, but the B over here sticks longer. When you tear these apart, they're not all the same size. Yeah. If you tear the controller apart, it's not all the same size because it all fits on the same plane. So if you individually, these buttons are different size, just so that way they can fit the same. That's why I'm saying, like here on the side, the B is a little bit.
Yeah, it's really going to come down to what design they do. Because if you look at this is the Kishi or whatever.
Yeah, this is the Kishi.
So the design that they did for their D-pad, I hate that.
Oh, I love it. I have myself a Razer Kishi and I use it all the time.
Yeah, I don't like that.
What if the next controller plays like this? That you could use it like this, individually or clicked onto a back strap of some kind of like the Nintendo Joy-Cons do.
I think I like the idea of it being individual. This way, if one side breaks, it's easier for replacement purposes,
right?
Than it being all one piece, because that means that would be more expensive to replace.
If it had a connector,
or you lose it. So, yeah. I think if they keep the ergonomics of the controller the same, I don't like the verticalness. I do like how it's kind of curved on the controllers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You got that curve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I don't know. It's the mobile controller. They better be really thinking about it, because I don't know how much the Razer Kishi is. Oh, it's $150 for this controller.
As long
This
as
one,
it's large
yeah.
enough to where it's comfortable, you know.
This one here is curved, a little bit more on the curved side if you
Yeah.
look at it,
Yeah.
versus that other one, the edge that you showed us.
Yeah. I just don't want it to feel small.
Well, this one looks small. I mean, just looking
That
at it.
that looks small, and that's
And that one looks like it's going like this.
and
it
and
feels
that's
like.
and that's why when I for
Oh,
my
I see.
Switch, I bought the controller because the Joy-Cons, the buttons and everything are too small. Like I won't use it. So like it's part of the reason why I don't really get into the handhelds because they're too small. It worked when I was a kid and I had smaller hands, but like now it's like they don't make sense to have those small buttons for an adult. If
It's
you're
just
making
funny.
them for adults, make them for adults. Is all I'm saying.
It's just funny how I was looking at it with the LEDs. It looks like it's going like this, but I couldn't see that the legs are still sticking out to the side.
Right.
But yeah, I've held those. I don't like how those
See,
hold.
that's backwards to me because you see how it seems like just by looking at it, it looks thinner on top and thicker on the bottom, whereas an Xbox controller, it's thick on top and thinner on the bottom. So it's like it's upside down. So
Yeah,
I
but
feel
the controller, I think they do that to make it fluff out.
but the
Like
way
the way
I don't know,
Deadpool's talking.
it just I don't know, it's off-putting to me. It's off-putting. I would have to actually feel one in the hand to see how it actually feels, but looking at it, it just doesn't look right to me.
I just want to control the thing I don't like about these mobile controllers, is that to put the screen on there, they're not compatible with cases.
That's why I don't have one.
Is that if I want to put my phone in here, I got to take the case off. And so yeah, that's the only thing. But anyways, so yeah, it looks like that could be the future. Now again, this isn't the final design because if you look at it, it doesn't have any buttons.
It's only the right side. Or
Yeah,
left
It's
that's
only
only
the right side.
yeah, that's only the left side.
The left side. Sorry. The left side. Sorry, you're right. The left side. So yeah, there you go, guys. We got some controller leaks, the Xbox Sebile and the Xbox Joy-Con. I don't know what they're gonna call it, right? And we'll see. Let's check in with the chat and see what they say. Let's see. I gotta go way back. Sorry, chat.
Maybe they're gonna call this the Xbox AI.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Xbox AI. There you go.
AI controller.
All right. Jesus.
Everything's
Wow,
AI
really
now.
The chat
Buzzword.
really went.
Did they?
Oh yeah. Shout out to the chat. You guys are awesome. Let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer says the new Xbox controller is making me hype. Wi-Fi inside is telling me Xbox working on 2.0 X Cloud, better bit rate, etc. I just want the resolution to go up because I played Hellblade over cloud and it looks terrible compared to my Xbox. Just saying that I want the resolution to go up. It's making your games look bad. Xbox, come on.
I think part of that is the infrastructure of the United States too. So you gotta figure that part. And again, they even said you're playing the
Series S.
the Series S version.
Yeah,
So-
which is great. I don't mind. It's so weird because
So
Flight Sim
good.
looks great, but Hellblade doesn't.
Better than the streaming. So yeah, at least get it up to that quality.
I hope so. Shout out to DE. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, will it have all those other magnetic sticks? I need them to hold up that talking point and be a thorn in Sony's DualSense side. I'm not sure what you mean by the magnetic sticks. Are you talking about
Hall.
the...
He's talking about the Hall FX sensors. It says, will it have Hall or those other magnetic sticks? There's Hall FX sensors, and there's a new style that's magnetic also. It's similar
I think
to
the
a Hall
magnetic is
FX.
not good. Metal will get jammed in there and people will just be upset. That's
true.
just me. Oh, there's Dread. Sorry. Let's see.
Let's hope they have Hall FX sensors.
Speaking of vibrations, we hear every touch of that wire on that mic, Dreadpool.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
No, we did
Sorry.
when you first got on because when you were moving it under your beard and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you really can hear just the of it, you know.
Like
Yeah. So yeah, Saffold makes a good point here. There's only one game, Astrobot, that actually utilizes everything available for the DualSense. Developers won't use this unless Xbox first party does, in my opinion. Agreed. Agreed.
I've been saying that for how long? I
Mhm.
totally agree with you.
That was my counter to it as well. Like, who's going to make Hall Effect anything? And I have a PS5, and I have to agree. Even their own first party, like I played God of War and other first party games, they don't use it like Astrobot does. Astrobot is the DualSense game. So I agree.
But Hall Effect is just basically for your thumbstick control. It's not doing anything extra.
DE, I hate the DualSense. I hate vibration. I hate the controller speaker and the LEDs. Oh, ouch. Oh, man.
I'm right there with you, man. I don't need all that.
Like this. I absolutely despised what was it before the DualSense? The DualShock?
DualShock.
Yeah.
I called that thing the cramp inducer.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody gained on that. I'm just being honest. I don't know how. If you accustomed your hands to that, I feel like you would walk around like this because that thing sucked.
That's why my PlayStations, I didn't do long play sessions because usually within 2 hours my hands were hurting and cramped up. So I would.
Your controller lasted that long?
I hated the DualShock. So I will give the DualSense credit. It is better and more ergonomic than the DualShock because they copied this profile right here. This nice, beautiful profile where you can
very
grip
comfortable.
it.
It's very comfortable.
It's comfortable. So I'll give them that. As far as all the features, I love them. Why not? So yeah, there you go. Let's see.
Probably, hey, Dread, my controller probably lasted 2 hours because I turned the audio and the lights off of it.
Yeah, a lot of people, depending on what you're playing, will turn them off because it throws off your accuracy. It throws off this. It throws off that. Battery life.
Sure,
it can give you away too, depending on the game you're playing. On the color on the controller would change depending on what you're doing. So if you're someone who plays in the dark and then they would see the glow of the controller, they would know what you were doing. So you can be giving yourself away on certain games.
Yeah, I agree with DE right here. Said if they wanted to impress me, they need to stock Pro buttons, or to make it a one-handed controller by putting the analog triggers and sticks on the pants part for various styles. Yeah, there you go. Because on the Pro buttons you can reassign everything. So yeah, I agree. I agree with you. Let's see.
You could reassign their controller.
You could, but what he's talking about is you can't put the Pro buttons on this controller because it doesn't have them.
Correct.
So for people that don't want to reach up here to hit the right trigger, the triggers and the buttons, they could put them back here.
Yeah.
Like I hate pushing the thumbsticks because if I'm moving forward or aiming and I suddenly have to push this thumbstick, every time it goes down, it kind of moves a little, and I hate it. I hate the thumbstick push.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just put a couple more buttons on there.
Yeah. Shout out to Lou Cypher. He says, "What do you think of Path of Exile 2? It's peak D2, way better than Diablo 4. Me and my friend have been talking about it, but it's gonna go free to play, so I'm gonna wait till it goes free to play. I'm not paying for early access. Sorry. Let's see. Where I saw General Spartan was in here. Shout out to General Spartan. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP, but I don't see your chat. I apologize. I don't see it.
He was at the very beginning of the intro. I had to scroll all the way back to see him.
Oh, it didn't show up on mine. Sorry. Jesse Darby, thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Thank you so much. Let's see. I think xCloud will support Switch 2 day and date. I hope so. I hope Nintendo jumps on the bandwagon through Microsoft, but we'll see. Let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer wants a Razer Kishi 2.0. I don't, because again, it doesn't work with my case. I want something that works with my case.
You know how nerve-wracking it is to tear apart your case and then try to find some place to put it just to put it back on? I mean, I've got stuff that I use my phone for when it comes to video recording.
Yeah.
And
I just use a silicone case. It's very easy.
I had to buy a different holder because it just wasn't big enough to hold it. It's a pain.
I find it funny because like my husband, he spends a lot of money on these expensive, hard OtterBox cases.
Hell yeah.
I love them.
And his phone breaks. He just broke his phone again because the OtterBox didn't protect his phone. And I buy these cheap little silicone cases, and I've never once cracked my screen.
Don't stop being mad at it. I've dropped it 40 feet off.
I've dropped my phone a lot of times, so I'm pleased that it hasn't broken. But yeah, he recently dropped his phone, and he broke his screen. Thankfully, it was under warranty, so he went to a replacement place and they gave him a new screen for free. But like, I'm like, dude, that's an expensive case that didn't protect nothing.
I've actually dropped it face down from 40 feet up, and nothing's happened to it. The only thing that's ever happened to one of the phones was when I got fed up with people on the phone that I was requiring that I needed their help, and they just were idiots. And that phone fell that way. It literally fell to the ground that way and impaled itself on a conduit.
Oof. Oof.
Yeah.
Then it broke. But other than that, 40 feet straight down, gravity.
That's impressive. But yeah, no, like my husband has bad
I've
luck
had it
with
hit
phones.
corners. I've had it, even face down. And
He
then
had
I had a friend that got the cheap stuff, and just from his pocket, where he thought he put it in his pocket, it fell and hit a rock, and it shattered the whole screen.
I'll never forget though, like back like when we were in college, he had I don't know if you guys remember. Do you guys remember the Juke? I think Nokia had
Yes,
the Juke.
yes,
It was
yes. I
that
do
really
remember the Juke.
small, thin little like switchblade, like little flip phone.
Yep.
He had one of them, and he dropped it while it was open, and as he was walking, and he ended up kicking it while and it slammed against a brick wall. Like the flip part kind of was just hanging by one wire. Phone still worked great.
Back in the
All
day,
right.
I was able to
Let's
take
see.
a kicking.
Takes a kicking and keeps on licking. Yeah.
It's like
Price is
hanging
why,
there.
Axel. You want a $50 controller speaker with no rumble and LEDs. I don't know what you mean, controller speaker with no rumble and LEDs.
A $50 controller with a speaker but no rumble or LEDs. Is that what he's saying?
And I'm so confused over it. D, you have to
I think
re-ask
he's
the
saying
question
that
with more detail,
I think
please.
he's saying the price is too much for him because he doesn't want the rumble or the LEDs and stuff. So why pay that price if he doesn't, he doesn't want all that in there? It's a waste of money.
Well, 8-bit Doe makes those type of controllers that are compatible and don't have any of that fluff. Power A also makes those controllers that don't have all that fluff if you really don't want to pay that money. But I would rather buy a first party controller because I just think they last longer. The quality's better than 8-bit Doe, who is great, and especially Power A, who's trash. I hate to say it, but Power A is the Mad Cats of our generation.
Mad Cats.
Yeah.
So he's asking, would you rather buy a $50 controller with no bells and whistles?
No.
I would rather have the controller with no bells and whistles, but $50 is still too much.
I game almost exclusively on Elite controllers. Just throwing it out there. Like, even my Nintendo Switch, I have a Pro controller for it, which I'm going to buy another one before the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out. Because, once the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out, all the old hardware won't be compatible anymore. So I'm going to buy one more before they go out of business in case this one breaks. Before they're no longer made, not go out of business. Before it's no longer made in case this one breaks. The only one I don't buy Elite controllers for is the PlayStation controllers because I just don't play it enough to justify that price. I like my controllers with lots of bells and whistles. So yeah. Let's see. There we go. And shout out to Fastback. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you, buddy. All right, so let's move it along. So Terry, for me, I think it's great that they're going to add this, but again, it's not enough next gen-ish. This isn't next gen-ish enough for me either. Because it's all current gen, haptics, PlayStation introduced. So great, you're catching up. Direct to cloud, Google introduced. So it's not next gen enough for me, but that's my thought. I think the controller still needs more bells and whistles to be considered next gen.
If you take a chapter out of Apple, anything that's been out for 50 years, until it's on Apple, then it's next gen.
Right.
So,
you can be the innovator, you can be the perfecter, right?
Yeah.
But that's what I think. What does our chat think, Terry?
All right. Do you think haptics and direct cloud are enough for a next-gen controller? 55% yes. Hard to improve perfection. 22% said no, it's not current. That it is current gen. And another 22% are unsure.
So there you go. The trouser wearing Sebile is not next gen enough, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be great, right? So we'll just keep it going. Let's see. Why did I open this? Did I open the wrong thing? No, I didn't.
I just have a fear that the middle part's going to start coming off for some reason. It's going to start drooping. Pants are going to be sagging.
Pants are going to be sagging. Pull your pants up, Xbox. All right. So speaking of cloud gaming, I know we have more cloud news today. So Terry, you remember this whole ad Xbox? Everything's an Xbox.
Apologies, my dogs are barking. So what was that?
Do you remember this ad that this is an Xbox?
Yes.
And the this is an Xbox basically said play on your TV, play on your phone, play on your refrigerator, whatever, right? Don't play on your bento box.
Yeah.
You know, but all this stuff. Well, over Christmas, as always is the case, Xbox went down. So this is an Xbox kind of, well, you couldn't use your Xbox because cloud went down. And mine went down too because the play button on my cloud wouldn't even highlight for about 4 to 5 hours on Christmas. So I checked this out because, I play on cloud all the time. So I don't just take anybody's word for it. I check it out. So Xbox Cloud Gaming and Remote Play have been hit with outages and delays in some territories, including mine, Texas. Texas is a territory. I don't care what anybody says. So Xbox Play Anywhere, right? In the wee hours in the morning on December 28th, Xbox announced a fix for the issues. Okay, yeah, nobody cares. All right, let's see. Original story. Xbox Cloud Gaming and associated web services have been hit with outages in some areas, but support teams are currently working to address the issue. An outage was initially reported via the Xbox official communication channels on December 26th. Players have reported that Xbox Cloud games are not starting up or are unexpectedly disconnected after game start. According to the Xbox status page, a fix for the outage was recently pending, but deploying the fix took longer than anticipated. As of the time of writing, players were still encountering issues with Xbox Cloud Gaming and Remote Play services. So, not all territories with access to Xbox Cloud Gaming Remote Play were seeing limited functionality during the outage. However, Xbox has not outright specified which regions were adversely affected. Windows Central's own Jez, for example, he said that the service is working in his region. However, one user on social media said that the wait time of 175 minutes when trying to access Fortnite. Holy cow. Others were reporting 255 minutes. Mine wouldn't even let me hit the play button. So yeah, this is an Xbox marketing campaign. So this is an Xbox, and it's out during the holiday. As I don't know why Microsoft and Xbox do not learn this every holiday, because everybody takes off the holidays, their services get hit. Every single one.
Everybody's services get hit. It doesn't even have to be a cloud thing. I mean, everyone's trying to download their new games and try to play everything all at once.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, when you're advertising your cloud gaming infrastructure, because they are advertising it, this is an Xbox. That infrastructure needs to be up. Otherwise, what am I paying for? Is Xbox going to give me money for every minute that I don't, for 255 minutes worth of waiting while they fix their issue? They're not going to refund you for this. And this has always been this is why we need games offline. This is why we need all this and all that. But now with Xbox Play Anywhere and Xbox moving more towards gaming being part of the internet infrastructure, where instead of my Xbox console being an Xbox, every game is going to be an Xbox, right, Terry? Right, Dredd? But if I can't access my game, this is not an Xbox. What's an Xbox? I can't play. I don't know. What's an Xbox? Bad connections is going to be what an Xbox is. So they need to really be careful with this, because this is an Xbox with cloud gaming going down. They gotta do that. So this was reported on the 26th, and it got fixed on the 28th, Terry.
Well, yeah, people they're all off for Christmas too.
Okay. Gaming takes no vacations.
IT people take vacations.
They need to start staggering their vacations.
Usually you only let 20% of your workforce out.
Yeah. Exactly.
So even then,
I don't know. My
And then
entire
if you
building was
have,
shut
if
down
you
except for
have a
security.
tribe with very important organizational knowledge, they don't get vacations on holidays. At least we didn't in the Army. If you had a very high,
That's the military. You can't even use that, dude.
no,
We're talking about corporate.
just as
you're
bad.
gonna keep fighting the
About
good fight, and
corporate,
Xbox
though.
needs to keep
Depending
getting
on
the
what
good
you're
game.
in.
All right.
It depends on what industry you're in. You know, retail, yeah, your butt's working. You know, but like my business, everybody was shut down. The only people that had to work for Christmas were security. Okay.
Yeah, but even still, even with mine, those of us that have certain things, just like with the COVID, we were essential workers. So again, if you're essential to keep the company running, even when everybody's off, you're stuck. You have to work.
Yeah.
So even with us, with what I do, I'm still looking at my phone every day, even though I'm off. I'm not getting paid to look at my phone. I still do it because of what I do.
Yep, I agree. I agree with what Dredd says. Yeah. But this is an Xbox marketing campaign and cloud being down for 2 days essentially. We're like a day and a half, whatever, right? But still 2 days. And like I said, for me, it wouldn't even by the time I found out about this and checked it out, it was on the 27th, and it wouldn't even let me hit the play button on the cloud games. Right. So if you go to the what is it, cloud, what is it, play.xbox.com or something like that. I think that's what it is, isn't it? What is the cloud streaming website again? I have it saved, so sorry.
I just use the app to get to it.
Yeah, normally I do, but I want to see what it is. Opening Chrome browser. What is it? Xbox.com. Sorry, guys. I'm going to post this in my chat so I can see the whole link because Chrome is stupid. Is it play.xbox.com? I thought that's what it was, wasn't it? Let's see. Xbox cloud streaming website. I don't know what to call it. All right. Okay. Well, whatever. Okay. So.
Cloud gaming.
Yeah, it just takes me to cloud gaming. All right. So let me click on a random game here that I play. It doesn't even load up my games. What the hell? Usually it tells. Oh, Dredd, I can see you're playing Roblox.
Yeah. Tiny Giant.
Yeah, I know. So if we go to like here, right? It starts looking for a server. It always does. And then it says play, but you can see the play button is not highlighted because it can't find a server right now. Right? But mine, the little thingy, when I was loading it, it would spin and spin and spin and spin for like 5-10 minutes, and it never found a server. So I'm just saying, this is an Xbox. You better have your cloud gaming infrastructure put together, because I want you to succeed. I do. This criticism comes from the heart, Xbox. I want you to succeed. I want every game to be an Xbox as much as anybody else does, right? So yeah.
I mean, it would be great if there were no outages ever for anybody during the holiday season, but I mean, everybody suffers from this at some point, and it's.
But
And a 2-day outage is minor compared to some of the competitors who've had outages for months or longer. So I mean, we can survive. Just means you have to actually talk to your family members instead of ignoring them while you're over at grandma's house.
The hell do you want me to do? Can you say that one more time? Say it to my face. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying, while you're at grandma's house, maybe you should actually be part of the family instead of ignoring everybody.
Right.
You had the whole rest of the year to ignore everybody. So.
Yeah, it's so weird. I connected my controller, but it's not detecting it. That's weird. Okay, whatever. All right, so anyways, I usually use the app anyway. I was just using the website to show you. Right? So there you go. So Xbox Play Anywhere. Love it. I want you to succeed, Xbox. I want everybody who uses your cloud service as their primary way of playing on Xbox to always have access to it. And you need to bring up your game on keeping that infrastructure up. Like Fastback said, A team goes on vacation. Yeah, the A team goes on vacation. Yeah, some people don't waste their vacation until it's time to share with family, and a lot of those people are the A team, right? So all you're left is with the guys who burn through their vacation all year long, or burn it as soon as they get it. Like, I've worked with people like, I think we used to get like 1 day every 2 weeks once somewhere I worked, and I worked with a guy that as soon as he got a day, he would use it as soon as he got it. Right? Some people don't save up vacations, but some people do, and I understand it's the holidays and everybody wants to be around their family, but you also got to understand that the world we live in now is the world of convenience. And Xbox is leaning on that world of convenience with cloud gaming, which it is super duper convenient. I love it. And they need to have the staff there to keep that convenience going all the time. That's all I'm saying, right? You can't be Xbox Play Anywhere with internet outages. Right, Terry? Right?
I don't know. I feel like yes, it's inconvenient, but it's one of those things where there's other things you can do. It's not the end of the world. You'll live without cloud gaming for a day.
How do you know? You don't know.
I'm just saying, it's not that big a deal.
You don't know my life.
It's not that big a deal.
I'm just kidding. Jared, what do you think?
I think it sucks. That's the whole reason that a lot of us are still, even though we like the fact that you can play your games anywhere, that anything could be an Xbox, but anything could be a black box, or a dead box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
an inconvenience box.
Yeah. So, if you're relying upon that, it sucks for those people. That's again why we want to have consoles at all times. Not everybody can afford to have a PC that can at least play like that, or have the patience to set a game up, because, granted, once you first set the game up, after that, it's just plug and play.
Even the console doesn't matter, though, because they could have had an Xbox Live outage.
Which happens.
Right. So, again, it's one of those things that,
But outages on the holidays is what I'm saying. Like, it is.
Yeah, but I feel like there should be this understanding that we live with Xbox on this. We live in a world that is dependent on internet and servers. And during the holidays, kids are home from school, everybody's kind of doing their stuff, and things are gonna go out. Like, it's expected. Like, I feel like why do we have this every year where people are shocked that there's an outage on something? Like, it's a given. It's gonna happen to something. Whether it's Xbox Live or cloud.
You're like the don't improve it. It's gonna happen. Just expect it. Don't fix it.
I'm not saying don't improve it. I'm not saying don't improve it. I'm saying, why are you not expecting it?
Deal with it.
If the Xbox cloud is down, if cloud is down, go do something else.
Touch grass.
And that's the thing. There is something else
touch
to do.
grass. Like, go play in the snow if you have snow. I don't know. It's the holiday time. Like, that's the time you're supposed to be spending it with your family, not glued to a screen. We spend so much.
Everybody in their own room.
I know.
Talking to each other on Xbox Live or whatever other.
It's the sad truth that as a society we've become very disconnected and we spend all our time on screens. One day out of the year, heaven forbid, you actually have to spend family time together. Like, come on.
You mean the dinner table's not good enough?
How mine works. All right. So, but what I'm saying is, every year, like clockwork, we've been doing this show for 3 years, and before we did this show, we heard about it every year. Every year during holidays, something happens to the Xbox services, and you think Xbox would be like, what? Let's do a corrective action on this so that it doesn't happen anymore. Well, let's address this so it doesn't happen anymore. And they don't.
But every time it happens, it's usually something else that causes it. It's not like they can predict every possible flaw that's going to happen.
That's not according to AI. They need Microsoft Copilot to run these servers. Then
maybe this was a corrective action if you think about it.
Yeah, maybe Xbox said,
like everything else. When Lizard Squad hacked everybody, it was worldwide. Everybody couldn't get on. This
that
was
wasn't the
just
case this time.
No, it was just regions. We didn't have any issues. That's why I never complained.
We'll see. All I'm saying is people are reporting it as 225 minutes, and it took 2 days to fix.
And Xbox said, "Go touch grass."
Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Our teams expect that users will be able to connect faster than the waiting time shows. All right, let's see. The click hold on. Can I click show more? No. We are aware that users may be experiencing issues launching at cloud gaming titles. We appreciate your patience, and please watch here on our status page for updates. When is it going to be fixed? All right, so first comment from Chelsea. When is it going to be fixed? It's been 12 hours now, and it's still not working. I play on cloud gaming on my laptop and pay for Ultimate Game Pass. That is too expensive for it to be down over 12 hours. Bam! Customer. Right there, Terry. Not some, go touch grass, go do something else. It happens every year kind of excuse. Okay, let's get to the real customers. Right?
Oh my God. Every customer is going to want.
It's not just cloud gaming services or Xbox Live services that are down. I'm trying to get notification once the services are recovered, but notifications are not available either. I literally just moved the game to another drive, and now my save is gone. I really hope it comes back when it's fixed. So they lost their cloud gaming too.
Well, if the cloud servers were down, then the save is not going to have a way to sync. So that makes sense.
I can't even play normal games on my Xbox. Nothing is working. Oh, ouch. Some areas got down hit. Hey, got down hard.
Some areas didn't.
Let's see.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was an outage because I was not affected. So,
until it affects you, hey, somebody else go touch grass, not me.
Yeah, and then I go and I mess with something
but you go
else.
touch grass.
It's like when there's an internet outage in my area. I don't panic. Oh my God, no! I go find something else to do. It's like
I panic.
Dread's running around the house. The internet's down. We're all gonna die.
I got my Series X today, and there's no connection. There's no connection to Xbox. What's going on? Wow. This is taking way too long. You guys owe me a month.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this topic.
It is this topic. These people are all commenting on the same post.
No, I thought you were talking about this topic that we're talking about right now.
Which one? Oh,
the topic itself.
I do see that they could have gotten like a small discount because even like if my internet is affected, like when I was a full-time streamer, if my internet was affected, it was only affecting me and nobody else, and I couldn't get my stuff work, they would refund me for downtime, until they could get a tech out to fix it. So I mean, they could implement like a small discount on their next bill period.
So what is it now? $16, $17, $18? What is it? I forgot.
You probably get like a $3 credit.
Pay it in advance, so I don't know what the prices are now.
It's $20 a month.
All right, so $20 a month. Okay, a month.
You're gonna get like $2.
What are you gonna get? You're not even gonna get $2 for 12 hours. You'll get like 50, like I don't know, like 10 cents or something.
Maybe
a couple pennies.
$5 Xbox gift cards. The ones that we talked about earlier, the $5 Xbox gift cards. Maybe they're the ones who got it.
Yeah, that you have to do right away, and then you still have 30 days to use it, or it expires.
They'll give everybody a free Xbox profile picture. As it says, I'm sorry. I don't know. But I don't know. I just feel like it's not that big a deal. I mean, yes, it sucks when you really want to play a game. I've been there, when you get that hot new game and like everyone's trying to download that game. And now you're sitting there for 2 hours waiting because you're in a queue because the servers are full. I get it. It sucks. But, it's something that we live with all the time because there's they can't plan for everything.
Xbox down.
That's bad if you can't plan for every situation that comes up. Like there's literally entire business structure, like entire departments in big businesses.
I'm sure that
plan for every situation.
I'm sure their IT guys, planning for Christmas. I'm sure they had planned for the servers and things to be, completely overloaded. So they probably put some additional measures into place. But I mean, stuff still happens. I mean, things happen, man.
I know, like. At the high level business meetings I'm at, we plan for everything, whether it's inside our control or outside our control. We plan for it. We literally plan for our entire building and our entire business to be lit on fire and how are we going to do business the next day.
And there's still shit that happens that
Yeah,
you're
but I'm just
still down.
saying, like this whole you
Mhm.
can't plan
You're
for
not
everything.
down
I'm
all the
like, I
time,
don't
You
know. In
literally
my
can't
business, we
plan for
do.
everything because even if you plan for a fire, there's still something that might come up during that chaos that you didn't expect.
We plan for tornadoes. We plan for floods. We plan for internet attacks. We plan for everything. Everything has a plan in my business, and we execute on them every now and again too. We practice them.
Yeah, you don't plan for you getting
Did they
hacked.
plan for that COVID shutdown?
Not quite because that was
because
new.
you can't
But
plan
guess
for
what we
everything.
did? Guess what we did?
Because you can't plan for everything, Axel. They weren't
But
ready
guess
for
what we
COVID.
did? But guess what we
Yeah.
did, Terry? We
No,
planned
you
right away
can't
for
plan
it,
for
and it will
everything,
never
dude.
hit us like that ever again.
Dude, you dug a hole and you fell in it, man. You're done.
Nope. But you know what? Guess
fell
what?
in
The
that
next
hole.
COVID or whatever the heck it is.
The
guess
next
what?
one,
We're
yeah,
well
because they
planned
couldn't
for it.
plan for the first one, but now they're ready for the second one.
Okay,
Get out of here.
I would eat crow if this was the first time in Christmas that Xbox went down, but it's not. It's every single year.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like your
You know.
business. You said you planned for everything,
we
but
do
they
plan for
weren't. They
everything.
didn't plan for COVID. They weren't ready for that.
No, but you know what? You know what? If it happened, if I got COVID, you want to know what happened in COVID 2020? We got caught. You know what happened when COVID was still on 2021? Nothing. We were running full steam because we adjust and we plan. Good businesses plan. And this happens every year. So you can't tell me Xbox doesn't plan.
When it happened, though. You weren't prepared when it happened, though, when they had the shutdown. You weren't prepared for that.
Nope.
Okay? Nobody was prepared for that.
Okay, according to the AI overview, Xbox Not services does not routinely go down every year.
What AI overview? What the hell is that?
I just looked it up. I don't know what to tell you.
Checking you
So
now.
apparently, there's been a couple Christmases that it hasn't gone down. So
every year we report on this.
He's been
Since we've
fact
been on this podcast. Every year I report on
Dread
this.
fact checked you. Okay?
Drip check.
You gotta
You guys are over
you gotta
here like
change your
making
name to
excuses
guess
for
what?
Xbox to go down. You know what? I hope you lose your profile, Terry. And you know what? Go touch grass when it happens. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to feel bad for you.
Dude, I go outside all the time, so I'm
You know, I'll be like, oh, Terry lost all her online purchases. Oh man, you know what? Worst things in the world can happen. It's not the tumor, Terry. It's not the tumor. All right, get over it. Go talk to your cats. I don't know. Oh my gosh.
Dude, I've had corrupted saves and all kinds of things happen. I've lost stuff. Okay, we get over it. Let me move on.
I haven't had that yet, so yeah.
Yeah, me either. I've never had a corrupted. Well, since I've started backing up on cloud, I've never had a corrupted save or a lost save.
I've had the you've had this. Which save do you want? Because you've had this running on cloud, and I'm like, this is the same console that I've had it on last. What are you talking about?
Let's check in with the chat. See what they got to say. Let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer says services down can happen to everything, not only cloud gaming, but this is Xbox. It's clearly not true. Remember, only 50 games you can buy an Xbox Game Pass. So much missing to become an Xbox. Yeah, this is a Game Pass. Xbox has a long way to go. Let's see. Fastback is on Team Terry. If Xbox Cloud Gaming goes down, then play something else. Phones, TV, etc. Go down in a while. Yeah. There you go. Don't play the game you want to play. Play something else. It's cool. Let's see. Oh my god! Shout out to Stanley Francois. He says Terry is right. Happy Cloud Gamer says yes. Take time off the screen. Let's see. Axel, how do you know they don't try to improve? Hey man, I only see the results of their planning. Okay, I only see the execution of the plans. I don't see the planning. Okay, I'm the customer, not the planner. All right. Let's see. Shell Walker says no cloud or internet for playing games. I guess read a book. Read a book instead of gaming. Which kid is gonna choose that?
Well, there are kids that enjoy reading
or watch a movie.
Lead by example.
Oh, he has a Plex server. That's cool. That's cool, Cheo. You host a Plex server? That's kind of cool. El Nini, shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Says Xbox doing Xbox things. Yeah. Let's see. So Chad Walker has made his own contingency plans when Xbox goes down. He said, sorry, not sure what. Sorry. DE has made contingency plans for an Xbox go down. That's why I have Saints Row, Cyberpunk, Dragon's Dogma 2 on my various PS5s. Open world games make primary. And then they cut the internet so it doesn't know the other one is a primary. Offline gaming, yeah. Which Xbox is leaning more towards online all the time. Again. Oh my goodness! And Fastback is over here. There's another week of an Axel Nothing Burger. Axel infrastructure. Hey man, there's a Microsoft career.
This is literally this has been the Axel tier segment.
Here.
We gotta have the Axel tier segment. This is it. This is
the Terry do something other than gaming section on a gaming podcast.
This is your weekly Axel
in the same region.
What's that?
Aren't you two on the same region?
I don't know if San Antonio's in the same region as I am. I know that there's a server center right here.
Yes.
So my Xbox Cloud gaming sessions are very nice.
I don't know. I guess it depends on if Texas is classified as, southeast or central.
I don't know. But I know that I don't think Fastback uses cloud as much as I do.
Yeah,
so,
but that's what I'm getting at is you're using the same servers.
Yeah.
So how is it skipping you and getting
if Fastback is console and I'm cloud, there's
because we all know that one thing that Texas sucks at is infrastructure.
Oh, tell me about it.
Just shoot it down.
For it at my work, we literally plan for power outages all the time. Let's see. Sith Lord says, "Good morning, everyone. What's going on, Sith Lord? Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP." El Nini says, "The real crime is xCloud is still doing 1080p. Are they even doing 1080p? I thought they were still on 720.
Maybe your infrastructure is doing 720.
Let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer says, "Read a book, watch TV, do something with family, or just do something with your girlfriend, wife, etc."
Yeah, go touch a mattress.
Go touch a mattress. Oh my goodness. Shout out to my beautiful wife. She's the real MVP of my life. She says, "Husband, don't be mad." I'm not mad. Over here, like instead of addressing their issue, they're over here making excuses for a company they don't work for, not wanting better from them, not trying to push Xbox to do better. Let's see. Fastback, change this show's name to "Good Morning Xbox." I'm mad at you again. I don't know about that one. Shout out to Black Card. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Oh, here you go. Fastback says the Alamo region has David Bowie cloud. We don't go down. There you go. All right, so there was an outage, as it happens every year.
No.
Every year. So there you go.
I can't even remember the last time I've been affected by an Xbox outage.
You're not a cloud gamer. So yeah, there we go. So let's see. Let's move along here. This is kind of a nice award here. So Digital Foundry did their best graphics of 2024 podcast. It's an hour and a half ish, almost 2 hours long, and they give a lot of honorable mentions to a lot of games, right? But in the top three, number 3 was Star Wars Outlaws. So Ubisoft out there.
Woo!
But so Terry, how do you feel about Star Wars Outlaws being number 3 in the best graphics according to Digital Foundry, the pixel counters themselves?
I thought it was a nice looking game. I did. I think Avatars
was good.
I think Avatars graphically was more beautiful than Outlaws, but I'll take what I can get.
Yeah. So, but at number two, they zoomed in 300 times and said that Hellblade: Senua's Saga was number 2, running on Unreal Engine 5, and they said that it's basically the closest they've ever gotten to watching actual movie, especially with the character models. They said it is the most detailed character models they've ever seen in their life, right? So again, Digital Foundry is doing this. I listened to it. last night too, so I know what I'm talking about a little bit, right? So yeah, they zoomed in 300 times and said that Hellblade looks fantastic. Dread, have you zoomed in 300 times and seen that Hellblade is fantastic?
No, I don't watch Prong on Xbox or PlayStation or any of those places.
You don't watch what?
Prawn.
Thanks,
Move the 2 letters around.
I have no idea what you're trying to say. I'm so
The hub.
Oh.
I don't need to zoom in.
You don't need to zoom in.
I don't need to zoom
I don't
in.
know why you're zooming in on Hellblade like that.
Yeah. No, I like I said, it's nice to be able to have a game look great. The fidelity's there, all that stuff. But to sit there and like, I understand for the graphics of the year, you kind of have to do that. You know, especially if you're gonna, you know, try to have an award like that. But to me, it doesn't make sense because once you get to a certain spot, even in real life, you really can't make out what the thing is. You know what I mean? So again, it's like kind of that. It's more opinion based than factual. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. When you go into real life and you zoom into stuff, you look at all these scientists when they use a microscope and they zoom into a larva and they show you the what is it, the little 6-legged thing, tetradome or something like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, look, it has a mouth. Have you ever seen a worm's mouth? What it looks like? Yeah. It as long the way I look at it is the whole composition like this would tell me if it looks great or not. Zooming in like that, it's just more information that you don't see when you zoom out.
Right.
You know, when you look at the sunset, you're looking at the whole thing. You're not like, hey, let's zoom into the sun and see how well it looks. You're not doing that. And you know, sometimes I find these guys disingenuous.
No,
just in general. But again, I they could have just done it just by looking at it, going, hey, look, this is very graphically realistic. This is, you know, it makes sense. So,
yeah.
But I do agree. Hellblade 2 is definitely very pretty.
I think they got robbed. I think Hellblade is the best looking game, period.
Again,
right now on Xbox. It lost now the number 1 place, so Hellblade got number 2. It should have been number 1. In my opinion, as I don't think there's a better looking game than Hellblade, right? Now, and I agree with all the reasons why they said it's so graphically great. But the reason they didn't give it number 1 was because Hellblade was very super duper linear. So it was a more concentrated game.
Wait.
What?
So they're docking Hellblade for a graphical rating based on the story was linear?
On the scope.
You see my point. You see my point.
They said on the scope and size of the world. You know, that's what they said, right?
None of that matters if you're just looking at graphic fidelity.
That's what they said. I'm just telling you what they said. So I think Hellblade was wrong.
That's the dumbest reason I've ever heard.
That, again, is why...
I don't watch these guys, but every time these guys get brought up, they give me a new reason to think that they're stupid. So no.
And by the way, here's the 300 times zoom stuff that I'm talking about, right? And so, yeah. But the number 1 game, according to them, and it's because of the size of the game, running on id Tech 7, is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Now, the character models are not as detailed as the Hellblade models, but the world is more detailed because it's bigger in scope. And it had way more variety, you know, even though I guess, you know, Hellblade didn't have enough variety, I guess. Rain, sea, water, caves, fire, tornadoes, whatever, right? So they're saying that Indiana Jones wins because of the speed. They said it's hard to dock something that can maintain this graphic fidelity at 60 frames per second with the chaos that's happening all around. and that the illumination is working as good as it does, and the world is as detailed as it does. So they're saying that overall, Indiana Jones is just handling more, and so therefore, because it's looking so great, it wins the graphics of the year. So not that it looks better, but because it's handling more, it's graphic and more is being asked of the system, and then it needs to be optimized better. They're saying that Indiana Jones wins.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I still think that's dumb. I would say, based off of what they're looking at, put Indiana in second and Hellblade in first.
But either way, Xbox takes the top 2 spots, right? To everybody here, I would agree that those are the 2 best looking games of the year. Now, Hellblade should be number 1, right? But Indiana Jones being number 2, or number 1 or 2, I think it's great. And look at what they're saying, right? This is with, and of course, they're evaluating PC versions, not console versions, right? So this is more of a best graphics PC games.
Whoa! Wait a second. So we're saying Xbox
is a PC. And
yeah.
PC is an Xbox, right?
So,
but they're Xbox games.
Why don't these idiots have a narrative of let's do it off of the Fire Stick and compare that? Why don't these idiots have it where you can compare it off the phone and compare the differences? You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
Maybe because Cloud was down the day that we're recording. Who knows?
You can tell how I feel about them.
Oh man.
You can tell.
Yeah. So, and
here they're comparing the Series X though here.
And look at this. They're comparing the Series X here to the actual picture, to the actual motion picture.
Why don't they do that with the PC version?
Right.
If you're going to do the best of the best.
So they're just comparing it all, right? And it's just so fun for this, right? So, and again, I'm glad that my Xbox Series X is the same as film quality was in 1981. That's amazing. So it looks great. It looks great. It looks.
I didn't watch the movie. I didn't know that this was play-by-play from the movie. Like I didn't watch because I started playing Indiana Jones. I got bored within like the first hour, but like I started it, and I didn't know that was a remake of the movie because I didn't watch the movie.
Yeah. I'm just happy that Xbox took the number 1 and number 2 spots, right? For whatever reason, I think Hellblade is still the best looking game of the year. Indiana Jones, I haven't started it up, so I don't know what it looks like, but I'm sure I'm going to be impressed. Now I kind of want to check it out because, I mean, look at this. Look at this. You cannot tell me that Indiana Jones looks better than this.
I can tell you Avatar looks better than that.
Avatar's a fake world. This is the real world. No, I'm just kidding. This is the real world made up in Sonoa's head. Okay.
Yeah, it's a yet another game that lacks color.
So what you're saying is this is a Psychonaut spinoff.
Oh, there you go. I mean, look at this. I mean, I don't know. I think the character models. I would agree that the character models look.
Oh,
best.
There we are, looking into the sun.
Are they looking
Where
into
the sun
it?
go? No, we lost it.
You got a sun reflection, but there was no sun in front of you. But okay.
Yeah, this is the beginning of the game, I think. Yeah.
Is she flying like an eagle?
No, this is the.
She's flying like a crow.
I know you haven't played this game, but they do lots of zoom outs around the world and then zoom in, and then when you finish a mission, they zoom out, and then they zoom back into where you are. It's kind of interesting loading scenes. So it's interesting.
Yes. In this very barren, colorless world.
Are you talking about our world?
Our world is filled with color. If you get out of the city. But like, no,
yeah. Otherwise, welcome to the concrete gray and black jungle. Yeah, no. I think it looked fantastic. Anyways. So in the runnings, right? Stalker 2, Persona 3 Reload, Metaphor Refantasio, I don't know what that other one is. Dragon's Dogma 2 was in the running. Riven was in the running. Dragon Age the Veilguard. Silent Hill 2, because I know someone punched it in the chat. Got a honorable, was in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th place. Astrobot in 6th place. Lots of colors in that one, Terry. Penny's Big Breakaway, never heard of it.
I mean, look at it, though. Look at it.
What?
Penny's Big Breakaway.
Let me look at it.
Look at it.
I'm looking at it.
That's hyper realism. That's great graphics.
Hey, it's graphics. It's all about graphics, I guess. I feel like they need to publish what their graphic criteria is. But Black Myth Wukong, I'll agree with that one. But it had stuttering issues because I listened to it because I love Black Myth Wukong. It had stuttering issues and loading issues, so that one got knocked for that. So there you go, guys. Xbox wins the top 2 places for graphics of the year. Xbox is coming out on fire. No longer can people tell me that, oh, this game looks better or that game looks better. Nope. Xbox this year had the 2 best looking games of the year. One launching in May, one launching in December. Right? Yeah. So Xbox killing it with awards this year. And by the way, Indiana Jones, sad announcement. Indiana Jones also won GameSpot's Game of the Year. So yeah, shout out to I think it was GameSpot. Well, anyways, Indiana Jones is winning Game of the Year on later award shows. So yeah, it looks like the everything is coming in. So yeah, there you go, guys. Are you happy that Xbox took these awards, the best graphics, and we finally can stick it to Tim Blue and say our games look better?
I think it's finally that they're getting credit for something that they deserve to get credit for. But
absolutely,
at the same time, it's kind of
they didn't have any competition from the other one for games of this scale for the year, so we win by default. So
yeah, but they also finally stepped up. So
because Xbox back in the Xbox One days, and back to I think the Xbox One was a fantastic generation. I loved it personally, and I thought games looked fantastic in that generation. They would always hamper about how bad Xbox games look because they're not at 1080p or whatever, right? And now they're talking about how games look on the Xbox games, on the Series X versions, PC versions, right? And finally, as I agree with Dreadpool, Xbox is finally getting the kudos they should have always had, because those games back on the Xbox One I thought looked fantastic. But Xbox never got any credit for it. Not we. Xbox never did.
But look at the OG Xbox. The graphics were much better on the OG Xbox than they were on the competitors. And they were always bashed. And it's like, well, yeah, you get to see the flaws that you didn't see on this one because the game came out on this console and then was ported over this way, and you get to see the flaws that you can't see on that one. And it's like, of course it looks like crap. Yeah. You're seeing the flaws that were blurred out because you couldn't see the quality.
Yeah, I mean, all they did back in the previous generations, DF did in the Xbox One generation, Grassgate,
Yeah.
They all they did was like, and if you zoom in on this bullet trace, if you pause this on this frame right here and you zoom in, you can see that this bullet trace is pixelated if you zoom in 300 times. And that's all they ever did. So, shout out to Xbox for finally being recognized, and Digital Foundry for finally getting over get off their high horse for once and actually giving Xbox some credit where credit is due, in my opinion, where it has always been. Because I think Xbox has always had fantastic looking games. No one could ever tell me. Again, I play games. I don't pause and zoom in 300 times. I don't pause and look at let's pause right here and zoom in on this thing over here. I'm focused right here. You're
focused on the action. It's just like when Halo came out.
Yeah,
everybody
and that's the whole.
Oh, there's pop-up over there, and it's like it's so far off your screen from your visual. And it's like, wait a second, I thought you were playing on a 75-inch TV that was OLED and this and this and that. You're still visually right here. You're not looking up here. You're looking here at the action.
Yeah, that's
when you're driving around, you're not looking over here. You're looking where you're driving.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's
Twitter.
I think it's much better. We won Digital Foundry, or not we. Sorry. Xbox won, and we as Xbox fans enjoy the winning of best graphics of 2024. So shout out to Xbox, shout out to Ninja Theory, shout out to Machine Games. You guys are awesome and made this happen. I think this is a well-deserved win.
I think they need to keep at it.
I think they just need to keep going up. But I mean, everything looks fantastic from what I've seen. I mean, have you seen South of Midnight? It looks great. Have you
Dude.
seen Fable? It looks great. I
People
think
already
Xbox
complain
is really
about
bringing
South
it
of
up.
Midnight, though.
Huh?
People were complaining about South of Midnight.
About what?
I mean, people complain about
The
everything.
design choice of making it look claymation, and the movements are claymation-like for certain things.
Yeah,
And they're already
I can
complaining
see that.
about that.
They're going to complain about it stuttering. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, no, it's not stuttering. That's the design choice.
That's
And-
claymation. That's how it works. Go watch
Yep.
The Nightmare Before Christmas. Or
We
what is that? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer that's claymated?
Oh,
Who makes it?
Those are puppets.
Oh, are they puppets? I thought they were.
They're puppets in clay, but yeah,
Puppets and clay.
That
Yeah.
same
stop
thing. The
motion or
Santa
whatever.
Claus,
Anything
all
that's stop motion. Yeah.
And you look at Clay Fighter, that was stop motion.
Yeah. Screw that
For
game.
those that know that game.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's check in with the chat. El Nini says, personally, Silent Hill remake looks better. All right. So there you go. El Nini thinks Silent Hill looks better. Fastback says, Axel, I'm hooked on Bellatrix, but it should not have been nominated over Hellblade 2. There's always a token indie game nominated for the Game Awards. And I do think that Bellatrix was the indie game of the year, personally. Now,
I don't think that's true.
I think there has been an indie game nominated almost every year.
I don't think so.
Past 5 years, but that's just my thought. And also, should it have been nominated over Hellblade 2? Over Hellblade 2, no, and neither should Elden Ring. You know, I love my Elden Ring. Elden Ring DLC should not have been nominated over Hellblade either. So that's my opinion. Let's see. So Fastback says every game has a give or take. You want ultra graphics, then maybe less frames, or vice versa. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Looks like Sonic. Oh, he's talking about Penny's Big Breakaway.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Sonic. What's the name of the world zone thingy? I have no idea.
I posted green zone, like the starting zone. I think that's what
Yeah.
he meant.
And somebody suggested Silent Hill, so Silent Hill looks great as well. Let's see. Finally, Xbox, make a good game, get good praise. Shocker. I mean, Indiana Jones is getting a lot of praise, so yeah, true. And all right, we're gonna leave it at that. All right, so but that's what we think about Xbox. So me personally, Hellblade 2 is the best looking game of the year. Terry, what's your best looking game of the year?
Avatar.
Avatar. All right, Dread, what's your best looking game of the year?
I'm going to go with Hellblade 2.
All right, there you go, Hellblade 2. All right, but that's what we think. Terry, what does the chat think?
Chat thinks 64% believe Hellblade 2 was the best, had the best graphics on Xbox. 21% think Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. 7% said Star Wars Outlaws, and 7% said a different game.
All right, well, there you
It
go.
would have been more because I forgot to vote. I wasn't looking at the screen.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. All right, so let me hide this for a moment while I load up some stuff. So, Terry, I also did ask, playable on Xbox console. What is your Xbox console game of the year?
Game of the year?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to Avatar. Like that game was stunning, so pretty, pretty.
Frontiers of Pandora, right?
Yeah, Frontiers of Pandora, the most beautiful game I played this year. So pretty.
All right, hold on. Let me see here. All right, cool. 4K video loading up right now. All right, so, but no, this isn't which game is prettiest to you. This is which game is your game of the year, like full.
Yeah, that is my game of the year. It was the best looking game. I enjoyed the gameplay of it. I had a lot of fun. I've done the full story, and both DLCs already have come out with playing it full co-op with my friend. We've been thoroughly enjoying this game. This is my game of the year. I had the most fun playing this game with my friend out of anything else I played. So I feel like this game deserved to get some awards for different categories, and it didn't get nominated for anything, which is a travesty because a lot of work went into this game. And even if you don't care for the characters, like the Avatar characters, because, there are people that are going to throw shade at it because they're not fans of the movies or whatever, You know, you got to take that bias out and just look at it as a game. This is a beautiful game that plays very well, and it is fun. You know, so like I really, really enjoyed it.
What was your favorite weapon? As what are they? What do they call the race?
Navi.
Navi. Thank you. I almost said Nami. No, Navi. Yes. As the Navi, what was your favorite weapon?
So for me, I mean, I mostly just stuck with the heavy bow, but I mean, they have a weapon. I don't remember what they call it, but it's basically, think of like a lacrosse kind of stick, and you would throw, you would throw explosives with it. So that was probably my favorite weapon.
Things that go boom.
Yeah, so I'm just chucking like grenades at people from long distance.
Were you like yelling at them like, "Say hello to my boomstick"? Literally.
No, but yeah,
Can you jump off this?
Yeah, you can jump off of that.
Oh my gosh, I want to see this person jump. Okay,
You
sorry.
can jump off of mountains and like you'd be like free diving, and then you can summon in your what do they call it?
Your flying bird.
Your Ecron. You can summon in your Ecron and fly, and like this game is stunning, man.
You got your jump. They just jump down.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw them jump.
You can slide. I think he was sliding too.
Maybe. So, and by the way, chat, let us know what your game of the year is, especially if it's playable on Xbox console. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I'm always interested in what the chat thinks the best game of the year is. Let me know. So yeah, that's great. Great choice. I want to play Avatar so bad, so it's on the backlog. So yeah, let's see. Hold on, Dred. I'm pulling up your video right now.
Elmo song.
Elmo's World. All right, Dred. So what was your Xbox game of the year?
If this doesn't give it away.
What the heck is that? Hold on. What is that?
It's my selfie stick.
Your selfie stick?
You can't really show the real stuff.
No, you can't.
So, but yeah, this is Call of Duty. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to play in the past month because of everything going on. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed getting my. It's after 11. My ass handed to me, and
All right.
No, but you know how it is. You got COD players that are just proficient at COD no matter what they play, and then you get some of us that are still behind because we don't play every single day and have a life outside of COD.
Are you touching grass or mattresses?
Yeah, we're touching grass.
Yes. Touching grass and mattresses. That's right.
Yeah.
Freaking Terry.
So, no.
I'll never get over that. Sorry, keep going.
Not necessarily in that order, but no, it's just again they've outdone themselves graphically, gameplay wise. Most of the time, everybody goes, "Oh, this is the new COD." Yeah, I'm going back to the old one. I'm going back to the last one. I've yet to hear anybody complain about this one that they're going to go back to one of the previous CODs because they didn't like the gameplay or the mechanics or any of that stuff. Everybody's thoroughly enjoyed this one, so it's good to see that we're all on par with each other. That it's a good game, and even though some people wipe the floor with you, you still have a good time.
And that they do. I agree with that.
I've yet to play the campaign, so no spoilers, please.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I've been holding off so I can stream it. So no spoilers. Spoiler alert.
Right here, right now, you're going to shoot someone.
I don't know. I won't remember it by the time I start streaming it.
I want to tell you right now, Dred, you're going to shoot somebody. Just FYI.
I have a feeling I'm going to. She looks like one of the ones I want to shoot. I don't like her face.
I don't like her face. What the heck?
She just looks like she's got that resting BF.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, whatever that reason is, it's all you.
RBF, man, you don't like this. What's that?
This is your game of the year, not mine. So yeah.
Yeah, it's my game of the year.
There you go. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 for Dred. Getting owned is his game of the year. All right. So my game of the year is actually just came in. So if you watch Iconic Video Games podcast on Friday, you knew this was coming. Hellblade 2 is my game of the year. Best looking game I've ever seen. Absolutely. Best audio ever. The soundtrack is so memorable. And the combat, if you wanted vanilla combat, put this thing on easy and you'll get vanilla. Put this thing on hard and you'll get a challenge. It's really good because you could institute the block and parry system here. And as you saw right there, and have a much more fun combat. And I love how everybody who died was executed. And I know that everybody feels that the one-on-one combat kind of took away from the game, but I thought it just led more to the style of Hellblade. I know a lot of the complaints to this game is that, people wanted it to become Assassin's Creed or people wanted it to become like God of War. And that's not what Hellblade is, right? Hellblade is a dark, dark world in Sonoa's mind, and you're just visiting for a while, and I loved it. I loved every second of this, and I love that everything is in execution.
And if you really wanted to play Assassin's Creed, play Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
not every game has to be just like every other game that is popular. Let it be its own thing.
And I love that that every bad guy needed a different way of fighting it. Like you had sword guys, axe guys, fire guys, spear guys, bow and arrow guys. You had guys in your mind that had special powers. And then there was the darkness in your mind. I hated every word he said, but my God, did I love the way he sounded when he said it. And I mean, look at this. You go down. It's so cool. I don't know. I thought this game was great. I thought the combat was good. The puzzles in it, it had less puzzles than the last game and more. I thought they were better because they weren't samey. All of the last game were alignment puzzles. This one, it was more like world puzzles and alignment puzzles. And then at the end, it combined them all together into one big puzzle. I thought that was really neat. So yeah, I really loved this game. I was really hyped for it when it came out because I wanted it to be Hellblade. Not anything else other than more Hellblade. And that's exactly what Ninja Theory gave us. And I thought it was fantastic. And, when I was playing this game, my wife would hear me compliment like, my God, the music. My God, the audio. My God, that scene. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. Whoa, take a look at this.
You say she was getting jealous?
No, she usually hears me get angry at a game and be like, oh, what. But in this game, she said she had never heard me compliment a game so much as I did this game. And I really did.
Complimenting your wife more than that.
Yeah, I know. I know, but I don't play games with my wife. I take her very serious. She's the love of my life. So yeah. So Hellblade is my game of the year. Let us know what your game of the year is in the chat. Let me see. Let me take a look.
So to respond to the chat, I have yet to play Indiana Jones. Otherwise, that was the one that I wanted to be my game of the year, but I haven't played it, so I can't call it. So I didn't feel it being correct, right for me to say that Indy would have been game of the year if I haven't even played it yet.
Right. So.
Yeah,
can't call something you haven't played. All right, let's see. People are trying to get you on technicalities here.
Yeah, his technicality is flawed.
A game in 23 can't be nominated for a Game of the Year award in 2024 unless it's best ongoing game.
And I literally told him the game came out in December. It didn't qualify because it didn't make the cutoff date for the award show, which is in December. So any game that doesn't make the cutoff point never gets nominated the following year because it's already forgotten about.
Yes,
so if you release in December, you get screwed. They didn't qualify for 2023, and they didn't get nominated in 2024. It's technically a 2024 game because it didn't meet the cutoff in 23. So shove it, dude.
The Game Awards technically doesn't have a year. You can nominate any game from any year.
They have a cutoff. If a game doesn't release by their cutoff date, they do not qualify for nominations.
Right, but I'm saying
there's a lot of games that release in December that do not make the cutoff. So if you release in 2023, you will not be in the award show running in 2023.
That's what happened with Jedi Fallen Order. They were completely snubbed.
You get screwed, just like how THQ had the Evil West game. Fantastic game. That game was my game of the year. Guess what? December release. Got snubbed. So dude, no technicality. If you release in December, you're screwed.
All right.
And on top of that, if you think about it,
you're gonna get the holiday sales, but you're not gonna get nominated for nothing.
And then you got cars that are released in August that are the next year, even though it came out in 2024, it's a 2025 car.
Right.
Same difference.
Same
with these
difference.
games.
All right. Let's see. Where was I? I saw somebody say that they had a game of the year here. Here we go. Doggy Dog said that his game of the year overall was Mass Effect Legendary Edition because it's what he played this year. Absolutely. Let's see. Doggy Dog says that his game of the year that released this year, though, is Indiana Jones. But the game of the year that he played this year is Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Absolutely.
Yeah. See?
Let's see. I don't know what's going on right now. There's a lot of talking here.
Sounds like Axel slacking.
Yeah. No, I'm reading. I have to host the show and read at the same time. It's a lot, man.
Oh,
all right, but guys, all right. So shout out to Doggy for giving us his game of the year. Love to hear what everybody else is giving the year, but I think that's going to do it for today's show. Unless anybody has anything else, Terry, is there anything else you want to talk about today?
I think we're good. I mean, you wanted us to have 4 games for something.
Oh, that's something else. I'll tell you here.
Okay.
Was that here?
Yeah, you said to make sure we brought a list of 4 games for this week's show. I have my 4 games picked out, but I don't know what I had these 4 games picked out for.
Is this for
I'm unprepared if that's the case because I don't remember it being for this show.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm trying to see where I left that in the chat. I'll have to go.
You told it to us when Shaddai was here last week. Before we left, you said make sure you guys bring 4 games to the show for next week. You said it at the end of the show before we all dispatched.
Interesting.
All right. Call of Duty, Hellblade 2, Indiana Jones, and Dead Island.
I slept since then, Terry. So I've done the normal guy thing.
If we don't need.
I don't know what I'm reading them off for.
Fine. I had a list of 4 games, and I just didn't know when that was coming into fruition. So.
All right. Sorry about that.
If you have a plan for something else, I'll wait for you to follow through on whatever.
Remember. Yeah. Sorry about that. Let's see. Dreadful, do you have anything else you want to talk about today?
You mean other than the suffering? No.
Other than the suffering on the OG Xbox? No.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, and I think that's going to do it for this show, guys. And again, I hope everybody had a fantastic 2024 year in gaming, not just Xbox gaming, but in gaming in general, wherever you game. Hopefully you had a fantastic year in gaming. I thought 2024 was an amazing year for games. I don't care what anybody said. There was a lot to play this year that I didn't even get around to. So, with that being said, though, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. We'll see you guys next year. But, of course, we wouldn't be able to do this podcast without you guys, the chat. And that's why you guys, the chat, will always be the MVPs to all of the shows here on the Iconic Video Games channel. With that being said, I'm Maxwell1324.
I'm Cool Cat Terry.
And I'm 2024 Dreadpool.
And we'll catch you guys next year. Bye, everybody.
Bye.